Next thing is just to speed up things a little bit is your plugins. So you might have your favorite go-to plugins, but if you're like me, you've got quite you've built them up over the years, and there's always a new one coming out. You might have quite a lot. So what I do is I'll go into my plugin manager. I'll just open this. That's in up there in preferences, plugin manager. If I go to this and I just go to say, if I go to Universal Audio, say, just something like that, because I know they've got an array like Waves or anyone else. They've got like Arturia or Native Instruments. They've all got these lists, and there's not all, you don't always need them. You don't always use them, so you might have your favorite one. So in here you can sort out all your plugins. So if you've got, say one day you might be just working on mixing and mastering, so then you make a folder of just all your your processing, or you just your synths or anything. So what you can do on this side is in the category, you can actually put in your own category. So I would put in here, I would just put like mixed tank favorites, like that, and then I'm just going to put UAD mixed tank favorites. So, and then also this is really good if you're in these bundle deals or you're in these subscriptions and you only get so many different ones. Like in the UAD ones, you only get like you have to obviously pay for them to unlock it. It's really cool. So you don't have to sift through all these every time you're trying to find something. So I know that I've got, like, say, the Shadow Hills compressor, and I'll just drag that into my mixed tank favorites. I also like the API 2500. I'll put that in there, and then all you do is, once you're happy with that, you can then if you look down here, this is all the manufacturers that you've got on your hard drive of your audio units or VSTs. And then if I go down to here, you can see the ones you've put in there, and then you click done, and then anytime you need an audio plugin from that, you can go down to your audio unit, UAD mixed tank favorites at the bottom there, and you can even, what I should have done is I'll do this so you can see. Oops, not that one, it's the audio plugins, preferences, plugin manager. So what you can do as well is you can actually pick that up and push that to the top up there. So it's as you can see, I've got my favorites in there. They're ones I use frequently, and then the UAD one there. So it just saves a bit of time, because it's a lot easier to go like that, and I get my Shadow Hill straight away, rather than going down to in here and then having to try and search. And then sometimes you press, like, you're trying to scroll down and you'll press the wrong one, and then that comes up, and then you're having to go back, and it just saves a couple of minutes. But all those minutes add up when you're in music production, because as you probably know, it takes a long time to write tracks, and the last thing you want is any of these little things that really getting in your way. Moving on to the next thing is making your default settings for your plugins. So another thing that'll save you a lot of time, and hopefully a lot of as well, it'll define your sound. It'll shape your sound, because if you've got your go-to sort of presets, it's like having your go-to rack of hardware or something in the studio, and you kind of leave those settings. It's the same sort of thing, you've got your processing. So what I'm going to do on this one is just open up on my channel. I'm going to go for the Logic compressor. Just go into Dynamics, Compression, open this up, and then what you'll notice is I've already got my settings. This isn't the default. Although it says user default, it's not. This is how I've set it up. So if you want to pause it and take a screenshot of that, that's fine. Just make sure you turn your makeup down though, because that doesn't need to be on. Excuse me, coffee. Oop. And that doesn't need to be on +5 or 10. That can be at 0. Yeah. So what I would do is while you're creating your presets, so I'll just randomly get a preset. So say this is my favorite compressor, VCA compressor. I'm just going to make sure that all my settings on this are how I like them, just to save me a bit of time. I'll just go over to that, put that on auto, sidechain, pull that down a bit. Like any settings, I'll just put the input gain down, and there we go. So now all you have to do is go over to default and go down to here and go to save as default. I mean, obviously I won't do it because that'll save over my default setting. But I could save it as, I'll save it as another one, save a copy as, and then I would just put in here, I'll just put mixed tank default, like that. And then if I then close this, if I just close this, open it up again, it'll go to my default, which is that. But then if you click next, you can go to the mix tank default. So just little things like that, which will really help, especially if you've got like, if I open up, say, an EQ on here, you'll see that I've already instantly, all I did was, by the way, if you're new to Logic, I just clicked onto the little EQ there, and it enables it, it brings it up. So I've got my own default on here. I just put a low shelf, just at the low end like that, just instantly, so I can just grab it. And it also takes all these that are turned on. They're usually all turned on, and I have like a high shelf there. So, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then you just go over to here, and then just go save as default, and then yeah, do I want to replace it? Yes. And then anytime I bring one of those up, it's going to have the settings. So that's a real helpful little tip. If you don't do that, that just saves you a bit more time on that one. Just wanted to let you know these videos are absolutely free. It's a 5-hour tutorial series, and that was one of the parts. So thanks for watching. If you would like to join the journey, subscribe. I've also got a playlist where I travel the world, and I also document it. I do vlogs, and the weird and wonderful world of a touring artist, the highs and lows and everything like that. So if you want to see that as well, I'll put a link below. But also the educational stuff, the mixing and mastering services are also in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Your subscription means a lot to me, and keep creative, keep making the tunes, keep pushing on, support each other. Much love. GAWP out.